Nick Bärtsch's music is both patient and explosive, sensual and aggressive, subtle yet virtuosic. In order for Nick and his bandmates to hone in on such powerful phrasing, dynamics, sound, and dramaturgy, they will often perform epic concerts that last as long as 36 hours. That's right, they play for a day and a half without stopping. In this second episode, Nick tells us about the lessons learned from these titanic feats of focus and the strong sense of community ritual groove music creates across cultures all over the world.
In these longer concerts we had, one idea was to test the music on its social and aesthetical potential. So we work a lot with patterns, repetition, groove, interlocking cycles. And for us it was always important not just to repeat or to groove as a statement that we are doing this, but as a tool for musical development and for kinetic energy that can load itself up and can, bring the band more together. You need the repetition to work on that presence and to stay very focused and there, but on the other hand, to let yourself fall into this. So you have kind of a paradox of open up time and be totally relaxed in that, but on the other hand, to be very focused. You better don't sleep while driving. Right. So we have this second sleep that can kick you out, or you're driving into an elk or something. So, that way of being totally present, but not under tension to deliver, but on following the stream that the material offers you, that the musical community offers you, and to stay on that now moment in relation to the whole dramaturgy in which we play. So German composer Heiner Goebbels once said, groove is collective possession, everybody shares that feel of groove. The music moves the body in a kinetic way always. And I think that's very essential that we share that. A lot of people share that groove moment. I think to offer something and to get in connection is a thing that we really should train on all levels of society. And that's actually a strategy to get better along with each other without falling into the other extreme of saying everybody should love each other, right? And every music is good, and of course, that's not the point. It's about subtle differences, about development, and about an offer that somebody has a chance to hang in. For me, ritual groove music as a name for the way I work. It's more a musical strategy. I found that in many different styles. It's a way of organizing music to make it sensual, direct, but also subtle on a rhythmical level. And we find that in a lot of ritual or spiritual traditions, in drumming traditions, and the interlocking of different patterns. We are finding a lot also in funk music that of course was also inspired by these traditions partly. So I studied all sorts of phenomena from how these styles developed, Minneapolis funk or the New Orleans funk coming more out of the Meters and Neville Brothers and all of that stuff. Or when you see the film Marley about reggae evolving, developing, how did these traditions develop? So I came to the point where I saw it has to do with the local community that shares similar ideas and develops that. Usually we do things as a group. Rarely you have a real solo player, and that's a high art. And also there he does it with himself or herself. the group can create with its weakest points actually more than a bigger energy, a bigger flow than every individual player can. And with these methods, we just can train that also to outfox our own mind that usually wants to control things. It's that phenomena of monkey mind. This got popular, I think, at the moment because there is an app called Monkey Mind or something. But that's coming from the Zen tradition of meditation, where there is a word about like the mind is a wild monkey. The mind in terms of like the controlling mind that says you constantly what you have to do, what you don't have to do, how you have to analyze it, where you have to hide, where you have to attack and all that sort. So it brings us constantly out of that moment of interaction, being together, being focused and emphasizing the togetherness. So in these group workshops we work on that a lot, and the funny moments are when you feel yourself trapped and you see that you go into your own trap, right? Constantly, and that your mind is so quickly away from what you do, or is divided in several points of analysis of the situation and your own being, your own body. We know that phenomenon when you watch a player, and let's say it's a man playing on stage, for example, a piano concerto. So there are these moments where you think, wow, this person is really trying hard and this is hard work, and you know, I never would like to do that. So you also fear a bit that the whole thing works. Then the next state is you see somebody and you think, amazing, that's really a virtuoso. He can do all sorts of stuff, I could never do that. And then the third state is where you see a person playing and you think, looks easy, very natural, very simple. I think I can do that myself because it looks so easy. When the body is in there and everybody's really there and the flow is there, and the flow is not only like on the spot but has a direction, then everybody feels like, okay, now the thing starts.